This is Chris with Tweaktown. We are here with Dylan Rhodes, product manager for Corsair Audio, and he's going to tell us about the new Corsair high-powered 2.1 speaker system. Dylan, why don't you go ahead and lead us right in?
Sure thing. Well, we announced this product here at CES, and what's really cool about us getting into the audio business is we're a bunch of audio fanatics, and we get to design the speaker systems that we want to have. There simply wasn't a nice high-power 2.1 speaker system on the market that we wanted to buy, so hey, clean sheet, let's design something. The thing about the PC speaker industry is that it's really kind of mediocre. There's a lot of technologies that are very common in the home audio, the home video market, but you just don't see in the PC speaker. Things like bi-amplified satellites, things like two-way satellites where you have a dedicated tweeter and a mid-range. More complex subwoofer designs like the fourth order bandpass design we have in our subwoofer. One thing that's really important to me and folks who are into audio is something called stereo imaging. That's that magical feeling you get when you're listening to a good set of speakers and a good recording, and you close your eyes and the speakers almost disappear. But you can pick out where the singer is and where the bass player is and so on. That's really something that a lot of PC speaker vendors just don't care about. Something that we sweat the details over a lot, because that stereo imaging, not only is it great for movies and music, it gives you a competitive advantage in gaming.
So Dylan, now that we know a little bit about it, why don't you show us some of the features?
Sure thing. The SB2500 has 230 watts total RMS power, and that's measured via the FTC method. We're not playing games here. 120 watts of the power is in the subwoofer. Now, there are 6 Class D amps in the SB2500, dual bridged amps in the subwoofer, and then each satellite has 2 amplifiers because it's bi-amplified. Now, the reason why the subwoofer is so big is it's a more advanced design called a fourth order bandpass. That's a little trickier to implement, but if you get it right, you get a deeper, tighter bass. You don't get some of that distortion that you get. It's really easy to make a 2.1 speaker system that has a lot of bass, that really rumbles the room. It's very hard to make that bass clean and tight and not give you the audio fatigue that makes you want to turn it off after a few hours. The satellites that I mentioned briefly here, they're two-way, which means they have a dedicated mid-range driver and a tweeter. That's really the only way to do it if you want to get detailed high-fidelity audio across the entire audio spectrum. We've taken the time to source really good components. Both of these drivers are custom designed for us. 3-inch paper mid-range, and then a 1-inch, I forgot the spec, a 1-inch silk dome tweeter, which is ferrofluid cooled. We spend a lot of time with the rubber surrounds, because that's often the first thing that goes on a speaker is the surrounds around the drivers. Now let's talk about the remote here. It's pretty cool. I believe that PC hardware should be fun to use, and that's one thing we did here. That's a 1.8-inch color TFT display. What we're seeing here is the main volume control, and I can't turn it up because if you hear the music, there might be rights clearances issues, so you'll have to imagine. Separate button for the subwoofer output. One really cool thing about this is you can run this thing at 100% volume and still get very low distortion. On a lot of PC speaker systems on the market, you take it above 60 or 70% and the breakup is so bad you simply can't use it. The amplifier is overdriving the drivers in the satellites. That's something we had to fix. Another cool thing about the control panel here, this is a DSP-based system. A digital signal processor does all the hard work. So there's no crossovers. We have dynamic active crossovers, so we can adjust the crossover points at will. Not only do we do a lot of custom EQ configurations, but we also have a number of DSP programs where it's using the processor to do dynamic modification of the audio. One great example, there's a late night mode. You're probably familiar with late night mode. It's been in home audio for about 10 years. It reduces the bass so that you don't have that rumbling that goes to the floor and then your wife screams at you because you're sleeping in the other room, right? Well, we take that one better. You turn on late night mode, not only does it mute the subwoofer, but it redirects a lot of the bass to the satellites. That's one of the cool things you can do with configurable crossovers that you can change on the fly.
Dylan, it's speakers, we want to hear it, our readers want to hear it, so lawyers be damned, right? That's not all.
Okay, let's turn this thing up to 100%.
it's 100% sound, and it's probably not going to sound that great through the computer speakers you've got now, and that's why.
But what we just said here, there wasn't distortion. So
there was no distortion at all.
And we turned it up, and everyone in the hall looked at us, even Michael. So yeah, this is the look at the Corsair speaker system with Chris and Dylan.
Thank you, guys.